In section 21, Tennyson starts to address some of his critics. But first, the definition. A linnet is a little songbird. Small little bird. They must have a pretty sound, kind of like a finch. We have house finches in my part of the world. Small little bird with a beautiful song. So Tennyson is responding now in this section to some of his critics. First, this section makes reference to the grasses round me weave, the grasses, I make pipes whereon to blow. This is common imagery for elegiac poetry. An elegy is a poem written to memorialize someone who's passed away. So this whole poem could be considered an elegy. Like I said before, I am not an academically trained poet. I don't know a lot about elegies. I'm learning more as I go through this process here, but apparently elegies often use pastoral symbols and themes. So the shepherd boy sitting in the field with the sheep, playing his pipes. Those are common themes, and Tennyson was a well-studied, well-versed poet. So he knew what he was doing when he used these images here at the beginning, calling to mind this elegiac tradition. In section 2, the critics, they criticize him for kind of these inordinate displays of emotion. You're so emotional. It's just too much, Alfred. We can't handle it. In stanza 3, they say he's making parade of his pain. He wants our sympathy. He wants us to be impressed with what a good friend he is. Oh, look how he, dotes on Hallam's memory. What a good friend Tennyson must be. He just wants our praise, is why he's going on and on like this. In stanza 1, 2, 3, 4, another critic says, Alfred, this is not the time for your grief and emotions here. There are important political movements. We need your support for this grassroots movement or that, this or that. We need to get out and canvass the neighborhoods and drum up support for these things that we want to do. We can't have you just moping around about your friend. In stanza 5, the critic says, Alfred, how can you be so sad when science is progressing so rapidly? We're learning so much about the world. How can you sit here and wallow in your grief? I really love the image that Tennyson employs here. When science reaches forth her arms to feel from world to world and charms her secret from the latest moon. This image of science just reaching her just the knowledge expanding out into the depths of space and to the depths of the rocks and the depths of time. Beautiful image there. And Tennyson's going to spend a lot of time thinking about science coming up here soon. And then in the last two stanzas, he responds to his critics, and it's quite simple. I do but sing because I must, and pipe but as the linnets sing. He says, I hear you, I see you, I get it. The only reason I'm writing these poems, the only reason I'm stuck in this grief is I have to. I can't, this is where I am. And how do you argue with that? How do you force someone to move on before they're able to move on? When I have worked with or have sat with people who are grieving, I have found it's less effective for me to tell them what their grief should look like. It's more effective to just let them grieve, whatever that looks like for them. I do but sing because I must. My sister is an online marketing consultant or something, and she said a short time ago, creatives gotta create. She basically saying, I do this work because I have to. I can't, I've got to be creating something. And if you have any creative talents, music or poetry, maybe that's why you're watching this. Sometimes you just do it because you have to. You just have to get it out. Maybe that's why I'm making these videos. Is I just need to. I need to say that. I've got to say. I've got things I need to say. So Tennyson here is explaining a little bit why he is making these poems. Section 21. I sing to him that rests below, and since the grasses round me wave, I take the grasses of the grave, and make them pipes whereon to blow. The traveller hears me now and then, and sometimes harshly will he speak. This fellow would make weakness weak, and melt the waxen hearts of men. Another answers, let him be, he loves to make parade of pain, and that with his piping he may gain the praise that comes to constancy. A third is wroth. Is this an hour for private sorrow's barren song, when more and more the people throng the chairs and thrones of civil power? A time to sicken and to swoon, when science reaches forth her arms to feel from world to world and charms her secret from the latest moon? Behold, ye speak an idle thing, ye never knew the sacred dust. I do but sing because I must, and pipe but as the linnets sing. And one is glad, her note is gay, for now her little ones have ranged, and one is sad, her note is changed, because her brood is stolen away.